Dr. Bottom is coming to you with another video review. And on today's episode, finally, we're going to be assembling and finally taking a look at the new Marvel Legends X-Men Age of Apocalypse Sugarman Build-A-Figure. Taking a look at them all again, his hammer here came with the Dark Beast. The right leg, I think, well, one of the legs came with Morph, the other leg came with Wolverine, the back came with Wild Child, the lower arms, which I believe are these ones, or at least one lower and one upper arm, came with Sunfire, the other pair of arms came with X-Man, and then finally the front part of the torso and then the face or head or whatever you want to call it came with Jean Grey. So let's see. Let's kind of start doing this. So let's take the face. You're just gonna put this in there and give that a little push. I guess it doesn't really lock in. It just kind of sits in there fairly decently. I don't know if it can be removed. Yeah, it can be removed. It just pegs in there, so you could probably swap that out easily if you ever wanted to. And come around here to the back. We can take this back piece and I'm assuming you probably want to get this out of the way. So, and yeah, there we go. Pull that down, and then you can put that in just like that. Get these little straps. We're gonna keep these straps up here so that they go around the arms properly. Then, yeah, I think that one of the arms comes with, well, both of them come with separate figures. So you get that one with the crazy bent finger. We're gonna put that right up, like so. I'm gonna have to fix that. And then the fist, we're gonna put down here on this side. Just kind of wedge that in there as best as possible. There we go. Come around to the other one. This arm is gonna go in that side. This one's gonna go, get that in there. And that gets in there fairly securely, so that's nice to see. And then let's take these legs, make sure we get these on the right side. Come on, get in there. There we go. There's one of his stubby little legs. And then here's the other stubby little leg. Get on there. Come on. Yeah, I feel like Artemis. There we go. Get that in there. There we are. And then obviously if you so desire, you can, let me try to get these out of the way. There we go. Kind of articulate these, get them positioned semi-decently. Rotate that, and I guess if you wanted to take his little miniature Mjolnir and wedge that in there. That's a little stiff. There we go. There we go. And finally, he's a pretty big dude by comparison, but finally there we have Sugarman fully assembled, and god damn, that dude is ugly looking. Now, Sugarman was in charge with the Seattle Corps, which was a slave camp that helped power North America during the Age of Apocalypse. This happened to be the same slave camp where Illyana Rasputin, the sister of Colossus, was. As the leader and teacher of the next wave of X-Men, Colossus was asked by Magneto to retrieve his sister so that Magneto could have access to her reality-traveling powers. A power that had become extremely rare in the universe of Apocalypse. Colossus and his students, known as Generation Next, broke into the Corps and rescued Illyana. During the rescue attempt, however, Sugarman discovered two of Colossus's students and ordered their immediate execution. With their cover blown, the young Moons fought desperately to survive. And when it appeared that Sugarman was destroyed by the psionic blast from Chamber, that turned out to not be the case at all. Sugarman actually shrunk himself down and hid in Colossus's boot as he tried to get his sister to safety. Following what appeared to be the apparent death of Sugarman, a huge battle broke out in the Corps. Colossus' students fought bravely but were very much wiped out by Sugarman's guards. Colossus was able to escape with his sister, not realizing that Sugar Man was basically a passenger in his boot, where he remained pretty much all the way to the final battle with Apocalypse. Realizing that things were going very poorly, Sugar Man dove into the M'Kraan crystal, traveling back in time to the moment the Marvel Universe and the Age of Apocalypse split. So he was very much an opportunistic kind of guy, and was one of the characters that was created for the Age of Apocalypse series. A lot of people really don't know too much about him, so just touching on his abilities a little bit. Obviously, he's an expert biologist and geneticist. He has superhuman strength, obviously 4 arms, razor-sharp claws and teeth, a bioelectric razor-sharp tongue, an enhanced sense of smell, and obviously the ability to alter his body mass and size. And we really don't know if his abilities as well as his extremely bizarre appearance are natural or through his own experimentations kind of manifested this way. But like I said, a very, very sleazy kind of character, especially since the fact that, you know, he let little kids die. I mean, that's kind of bad just in general. But as you can see, really very nice, hefty guy as well. I mean, everything comes together and gives a really good, solid weight to him with a tremendous amount of detail throughout the entire thing. I mean, obviously everything kind of like clips together and everything. We could really see everything pretty much individually, but coming together, it looks really very nice. Gorgeous paint applications, really nice molded detail with, like, I think I mentioned this before, it kind of looks like hair, but not painted. Gorgeous shading around his eyes. One thing that's amazing, obviously he's got his tongue. You're not going to be able to see that very well, but inside there, if I move this, he actually has that little dangly piece. They sculpted that in there. That little dangly piece that we have in the back of our throats, he has it. They put that in there. That's amazing, but really great detail all the way around. Now you can see he holds his hammer weapon really nicely. You also have the option of storing it here on his belt, although it's kind of a pain in the butt. Here, I'll just kind of wedge it, and I don't know how you're going to put it in there. But it does get a little bit tricky to get it in there. Honestly, I'm more than likely just going to have them, but this is it's a tight fit, so it doesn't really fit in there all that well without really kind of forcing it in there. Come on. So, well, I'm not going to force it. You can see he holds it really well. Obviously, it says sugar on there, which I highlighted before. But he is a big character, and that's great. I love that. Now, like I mentioned, he is, in addition to the Beast, really the only bad guy that we've gotten in this way. But he's not the only bad guy that we've gotten from the Age of Apocalypse. Going all the way back, I don't even remember when, but we got to build a figure before that was of Apocalypse's son, Holocaust, or Nemesis as he's known now. But you can see this was a Build-A-Figure as well. And honestly, I love this character. I think that he is wicked cool and just coursing with evil. Bringing in Beast because he's the other bad guy that we've gotten. You can see that size-wise here, well, granted, Beast is kind of hunched over. Beast is a good size, but you can really see just how big Sugar Man is. And like I said, in my Age of Apocalypse, or just my Marvel Legend figures in general, this was the only Age of Apocalypse figure I ever had because that's all they really came out with. So it's really cool that we got it, despite the fact that that one had some serious quality problems. Hopefully they give us a new one, but if they don't, I'm okay with that one for now. First articulation, pretty much what you would expect in a Marvel Legend figure. These arms here are on hinges. They also are swivels. Because you have two of them here, it does get a little bit tricky because of the bulk of his biceps. So just kind of be creative when you're posing it around. He does have 2 points at the elbow. I guess you could really put these in any sort of configuration that you want if you wanted to. I wonder if the hands come out. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, well, the hands can remove, so if you really wanted to, you could probably swap these out and and move them in different areas. That's actually kind of cool. You do have the hinge here. You do have that same level of articulation in the lower set of the arms. Nothing at the head. That's all one piece, but everything does lock in fairly decently. But I don't like how this is. That doesn't really seem to collapse all that well, and it creates that line right there. So that kind of sucks. But he doesn't rotate at the head or anything. He does have a waist rotation, but that's about it because this is all just one solid piece. There's no ab crunch or anything like that. The legs themselves move forward and back, in and out. He rotates at the upper part of the thigh. He's got two bends, no, just one bend at the knee. It's a very solid ratchet joint, and then you have the ankles that move forward and back, and then have the crazy little tilt thing. So all the articulation you would really want is in the guy, but super cool. I mean, like I said, he's a very unique character in the fact that he was created for Age of Apocalypse and continued on past the Age of Apocalypse. I always like that when there's kind of a transcendence of sorts, and he definitely does it. Is he worth going through and getting all those other figures? Yes, absolutely. In my opinion, a character that works for both Age of Apocalypse and outside of it is a good one to have. So as I talked about in other figure reviews, you know, like Dark Beast and X-Man, characters like that, that moved into the Prime Universe, you have different options for kind of a display. Oh, I totally even forgot to mention these. I have no idea why he's got buttons on here, but that kind of looks like Deadpool. I don't know what that one would be. I don't know what that one would be, but yeah, just highlight that. But yeah, I mean, really fun, really ugly, just a fun, goofy looking character. So all that being said, you can only get this if you collect all of the other Age of Apocalypse figures at about $20 to $25, depending on where you go to get them. When you add all that up, it's always nice to get a Build-A-Figure that helps to kind of fill in that price. I do think it's worth it. If you're not a fan of the Age of Apocalypse, I could totally understand passing on them, but I recommend them. I enjoy them. So ultimately, that's all that matters to me. But all that being said, if he is what you would like to add to your collection, the new Age of Apocalypse Marvel Legend figures are hitting retail locations right now, so if you are looking for them, good luck and happy hunting. Or you can make it really easy on yourself and just go to Big Bad Toy Store. For that, I'll put a link right down in the video description where you can go to BBTS and check out availability on this guy, or well, the X-Men figures to help make them, as well as the rest of the wide range of Marvel Legend figures. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Remember, if you like this video, I would really appreciate if you would do one small thing for me, and that's simply just to hit that thumbs up button. That one very small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really very much appreciate it. Also, I want to send a huge shout out to all of my patrons who, through their continued support, now more than ever help to make reviews like this possible. And if you'd like information on how you can help support my channel by becoming a patron, feel free to check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/optibotimus. And as always, remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.